Good morning, everyone!
Good morning.
Here we are, another day on the couch of dreams, flying to amazing destinations.
Such as?
Free your mindville and enlightenment village.
Okay.
Let's do it then.
That's a fun game.
We finished The Last Dance
We
last
did.
night.
I loved it so much.
That's
it makes
very
me
good.
want to watch NBA basketball now. I can see myself really getting into it.
Yeah.
Like making it a thing every year when the championships are on.
Yeah. I don't know what crazy things about basketball. I did play it in school, but like playing it in England compared to playing it in America seems very different.
Yeah. Well, it's like football here compared to football in America.
Yeah, like soccer.
Like soccer, yeah. It's just not the same.
Yeah, or rugby. They don't play rugby.
Yeah.
Or there's probably a small portion of Americans that might play rugby, but it's not as big as it is in England. But I was like interested afterwards because I know LeBron James is like amazing. And I know like Kobe Bryant and those players didn't really exist or weren't really on the scene. As you know, they grew to be amazing players when Michael Jordan was around.
Yeah.
So I googled afterwards, going like, you know, who's the best?
Yeah.
I wanted to know. There's Michael Jordan.
Still Michael Jordan?
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things with Michael Jordan that I think one of the descriptions was, it just said the GOAT, which means the greatest of all time.
Right.
And I think it's because of what he did for the game.
Yeah.
Like he has amazing achievements because he won 6 like championships, and he won MVPs I think on every one of them I think. So he's obviously amazing, but I think it's what he did for the path he like put down for the rest of like these basketball players to come.
Yeah.
You can't argue with like how he elevated the game. I think.
Yeah.
That's why I think he'll always be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. But LeBron James was second, which I thought would be because he's amazing as well.
Yeah.
A bit of good morning news this morning. Hot off the press. Prince of Egypt in the West End has opened their booking period from the November the 2nd of this year, which is sort of exciting, sort of like, interesting, because I'm thinking, well, you said, what do they know? Do they know something
I was like, what do they know that we don't know?
But
how are they going to do it?
In my head, I'm thinking, well, it's the Dominion, and it's notoriously expensive to rent. And maybe they're just trying to jump the gun and just hoping that something can happen in that time. In the UK now, the Prime Minister's saying like 1 metre distance is going to be enough. I think by Tuesday he's going to say that. So maybe if you are in the Dominion, which is like 2,000 plus, it's a big theatre, you might be at half capacity with that 1 metre rule, which might not pay all the bills, but it'll pay something. So maybe that's what they're doing as well. Maybe they're going off the back of that. Yeah. However, very exciting for us because it is a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe. Yeah. It's like the first sort of West End production that have gone, hey, we're opening again, or we're going to try and open at this date. Yeah. Whereas it's been last couple of weeks, it's been the opposite way, where producers have gone,
push it back,
I'm pulling my shows until next year. So. Who knows?
Bit of hope.
A bit of hope, which is good to have, I think.
Yeah.
And November the 2nd seems a long way away to me.
Oh, see, to me, that feels really fast,
Well, I'm just thinking what's happened since March till June. And June to November's further away.
Yeah, that's true.
When they started 98 days ago, like, that seems far away to me. So, knowing that there's even more distance between today and to November the 2nd, I think a lot can change, and hopefully for the better for all of us.
Yeah. Any bets on how many followers Edgar has now?
Oh, Edgar's got an Instagram, we said this yesterday. I'm going to say, last time I checked, it was on bang on 17,000.
Yeah.
And that was probably about 18 hours ago, whatever it was. So I'm going to say, I think it might have slowed down a bit.
I think it has, yeah.
So I'm going to say 17. I think he's still in 17. I'm going to say 17.5.
I'm going to go 17.8. It is 17.2.
Oh.
Go follow Edgar, he's great.
That's still good in like a day and a bit, 2 days.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going off an email today.
Oh.
I know, very interesting, right?
Yeah.
I thought a couple of days ago, people ask about auditions, people ask about whatever. Like, auditions is a big umbrella.
Yeah.
Which we try to explain and go, hey, this is sort of what an open call is, this is what a dance call is like.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be good to type it to Google, because it's a big hit as well if you do this, because I think I used to do it when I was like starting out. Top 10 tips for auditions.
Right.
And just to see what people put.
Yeah.
So I found a post by, it's called The Real School of Music blog, and it says, musical theatre, 10 ways to nail your next audition.
Right.
And I thought it'd be funny just to go through it and go, oh, that's actually true, or that doesn't really happen like that.
Yeah.
And there's loads out there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There's loads.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just go through it and say, that reminds me of that time, or I don't recall that ever happening.
Yeah.
And so the first one, number 1, do your research on an audition. You need to know the plot and the music for the show very well. Having been on both sides of the audition table, I cannot stress how important this is. So that's like the main point, do your research, and number 1 tip.
I wouldn't say you have to know it very well.
No.
Because then it's just a massive waste of time if you get cut first round. If you're going in for like a first round, I'd say do your basic research, like find out what the show's about, like find out the plot. Yeah. But they're not going to expect you to name all 7 supporting roles.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
it's more about
what's the name of ensemble member number 3? Like,
it's more about the feel of the production.
Yeah, it's just understanding what the story is, what the themes are.
Yeah.
And the character they're up for is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Who you are going to be playing and the role that they play within the story.
Edgar.
He's in a funny mood today.
We say all the time, picking an audition song is important. Like, you wouldn't go to Les Mis and be like, gotta dance!
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, get out.
Yeah.
So it's that really.
Yeah.
Finding the feel of it. What would be your research? Like, if you were going to do, like, say you were going up for a part.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard when it's original because there's nothing to go by.
Yeah. If there's a soundtrack, I will always download the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And give that a listen. Just to hear what the show sounds like from start to finish. And obviously then I'd pick out the songs that the part that I'm auditioning for sings and just get a head start on learning them. And a bit of Wikipedia, like read the plot and the story and stuff, and maybe I'll do like a big social media search as well and see if they've got like social media and follow that and the sorts of like what people are saying about the show. Yeah,
I always like to search the panel. And it sounds really stupid, but I like to know the creatives. Not like personally, like, hey, how's your wife?
Yeah.
They're like, what? But like what they've done.
Right.
I don't know if that helps me, but I'm just like, oh, like, it maybe puts them on a pedestal, or maybe I go like, this guy knows what he's talking about.
This is the person I need to impress.
Yeah, like if it's a director, I'm like, wow, he's done some big things.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know what it is, a psychological thing that makes me go, okay, like, bring your A game. I always like to do that. I think if you're going to research a piece, and do your character development and all that sort of stuff, I think that sort of comes after you get the job. Like, when you go in depth. Because I think when I got Rob Gordon, you know, if I had to audition for it, I would have listened to the soundtrack, but I wouldn't have read the book. But it's only when I got the role, I was like, right, I'm going to read the book. Yeah,
it's like I said, you do your basic research so that you know what you're doing when you go in. But that's like, you need to know it really well. It's like, you don't. You need to know the base. No director is ever expecting you to be able to name all the characters and tell you how the show ends. Like,
yeah, imagine that. Great audition, Carrie. Brilliant. Like, vocals great, acting great. But in Act 2, can you tell me what colour the set is? Like, you're like, huh?
Yeah. You don't need to know it that well. You just need to know it well enough that you can do the audition convincingly. And I will also say, there are some auditions that are so like top secret that sometimes they don't tell you what you're auditioning for. Yeah. Have you ever been to one of them where they're like, so there's this project, it's being directed by this person and this is the choreographer, but they're so like, they're keeping it under wraps at the moment, so they don't want it leaking out to the news what they're doing. So can you just learn this song, or can you just bring 2 songs of your own choosing? Yeah. Because they just want to meet you and see whether you'd be suitable. And you're like, for what? I don't know what I'm walking into. So you literally walk in and meet a director and a choreographer and whoever. Yeah. And audition for something that you have no idea what it is.
I think to end that point, do your basic research. Yeah. Know the themes of the musical. Know what sort of the the genre and like what sort of songs will fit that musical.
Yeah, just know what's expected of you.
As you'll like progress through the rounds, you'll learn more and more and more, and then you'll get the feel by the finals if you get there. So don't worry about that, I wouldn't say. Number 2, pick your 16 to 32 bar cut and monologue early. This is a thing that...
Yeah, we don't have this.
But they sort of do in open auditions.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hurry up, you need 16 bars.
When they've got to see like 700 people in one day.
Yeah, but that rarely happens. Well, will never really happen in a closed audition.
I've never ever been asked to take 16 bars.
No.
To an audition. It's always just pick a song and sing that song from start to finish. And if they want to stop you, they can stop you. But
yeah, I've been stopped before.
Yeah.
For a good thing. Like, they weren't like, Jesus, get out.
Yeah.
It was like, great, that's all we need to hear. We're a bit behind, but yeah, perfect, Ollie. Thank you so much for coming. I guess the picking them early. If you're gonna pick, like, if we're gonna pick from that saying, like, pick a song or pick a monologue early. I don't know. I guess as long as you convincingly like portray it and you know it well enough to do it well in front of a panel.
I don't know what early means.
I don't know if it's just get prepared. I don't know.
Yeah, get ready for it. Yeah.
16 to 32 bar cuts are very rare in closed auditions.
Yeah.
If you're doing an open, not gonna lie, it's really hard to pick 32 bars. What I will say is, if you go up to 34 bars and the phrase seems better, they're not going to hate you for it.
Yeah, they're not going to stop you.
There was this massive thing in drama school, like, oh, I can't find 16 bars, I can find 17, but just like, do 17.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, whoa, that's a bar too many, get out.
The director's not going to be sat there going...
Yeah, there's no way.
Like counting.
So even if it's like a bit over, or even a bit under, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, if you find 16 bars, which is really hard, I guess, to showcase yourself in 16 bars. But yeah, if you go a bit above or below, whatever, it doesn't matter. No one's going to shout at you. Okay, number 3, dress for the role. They said don't go as far as wearing a Victorian dress for, your Little Women audition.
Yeah. But
do dress subtly in a way that helps the director image you in the role. I sort of agree with this.
Yeah, I agree with this as well, but I've also seen it go horribly wrong.
In what way?
Like, people turning up for Wicked auditions in all green. It's like, don't...
Yeah, don't make it that obvious.
Don't do that.
Yeah. When I auditioned for Mormon though, I did like to put a white shirt on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like subtle. Don't go out and like buy things specifically for... It's like, just whatever you've got in your cupboard that you think suits the feel of the show.
And it's about being comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing worse. Like, I've done it before when I wore like skinny jeans. Put a bit of weight on or whatever, and I'm like, oh Jesus, these are tight, and you're like walking in. Like, you just need to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen in an audition room. They're like, right, can you just do this bit of dance choreography? And you're like whatever you're wearing. Yeah. And I think it's hard with girls as well. For shoes. Shoes is a big one. You don't want to be wearing like really high heels where you can't really support. But then you don't want to. I don't know actually. I don't know what you'd wear.
Well, it depends if you're going up for a part that is like notoriously.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going up for a part that you know is going to wear high heels, then wearing them to the audition is kind of in practice, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, also I'm thinking like for Wednesday, if you turned up in like a black dress with a white collar, they'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
But if you just wore some like dark colours.
Yeah, not like a floral dress.
Yeah, if you didn't, if you come in like a fluorescent pink dress, then that's kind of like so contrasting to the part that they're going to be like, that's a bit jarring.
It is, especially when you're like doing the lines and stuff, when the character's so obvious.
But that's what we mean by like subtle. Yeah. Like, just if you're going up for like a part like Wednesday, just wear dark colours.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like a black dress.
No, just wear something. You could be like in black jeans. Black jeans and like a navy blue top. Like, just wear something dark.
There's a really good story about a Shrek audition. Have I told you about this?
I don't think so.
My mate Matt told me about it, and it's like notorious for people who've done Shrek all know this audition. And it's not about dressing as a character, it's about being the character. And he's auditioning for Pinocchio.
I've definitely heard this.
And he like opens the door, and like the runner goes, so this is, let's call him Dave for now. Yeah. We've got Dave in for you next, reading for Pinocchio. Opens the door, he's like, hello! And the panel like, hello Dave, you alright? Just come to the centre please. He's like, oh, who's Dave? It's like, what? no joke. He's like, I'm gonna sing a song for you, or whatever he sings. He's like, da da da. He starts singing. It's Pinocchio. He's like, who's Dave? And Pan like, yeah, you're Dave. And basically what happened was, there was a point he said in his mind where he was like, this is going wrong. This was a bad choice. I either jump off it and go, sorry guys, bad choice for me, really embarrassing, can we just carry on with the audition? Or he doubles down. And he doubled down. And he's like, right, bye, see you later. Like, hope I get it. Like that. And they're like, yeah, see you mate. And he walked out and he was like, oh my God, what have I done?
Oh my God.
How embarrassing is that? Hello, who's Dave? Like, you're Dave, mate. Am I? I'm Pinocchio.
All my insides are just shriveled.
Number 4, get your body prepared for the dance audition. If you're taking dance regularly, you can ignore this step. However, if you're more of a mover than a dancer, you'll want to get your body used to following choreography. Yeah, like for me, I'm thinking, looking at this, like saying program your brain, because it says program your brain to pick up, choreography sort of thing. I'm like, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing.
Yeah, that's not what you're going to be auditioning for.
Yeah.
You're not going to be auditioning for Top Hat and 42nd Street and singing in the rain.
It's the equivalent if someone's like a really good dancer but doesn't sing, you won't be like, well, go out and make sure you can sing really well now and go to all these singing auditions,
but it's like,
singing rehearsals, whatever.
But it's like telling a dancer, right, you've got an audition for Alphabet next week. It's like, well, I don't sing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm not going to go and spend loads of money on singing lessons for an audition that I shouldn't be going up for because I'm not an Alphabet. Yeah,
because I've been to a movement call, and I would say I'm better than a mover. I can dance, but I'm not a dancer.
Yeah.
I know some people who are just silly and way better than me.
Yeah.
Because they are dancers and that's their like passion. That's not my passion. I just learned how to do it because I felt like I should. And I've been to movement calls. Those movement calls are for movers, and that's a great thing because they are not dance. Literally, they are not dance. They're literally like step click, grapevine, maybe and it's stuff really basic which you wouldn't have to stress about. And also, it's that basic as well, that if they like you, it's the same thing we've talked about in rehearsals. You have 4 weeks. If you're going for a part and there's movement, you'll have time to learn it. So don't stress about that.
I have never been to a dance school.
Yeah.
Because I've never needed to.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
every part I've ever played isn't a dancer.
Yeah.
I've never, the most amount of dancing I've ever had to do was step, hop, turn.
Yeah.
In Truly Scrumptious, in Toot Sweets, House Truly Scrumptious. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, when you're in Adams.
Yeah.
Like, it's like minimal stuff that Valda Avix was doing next to me and Les Dennis was doing at the back.
Yeah.
So, I've never had to do a part that requires a dance school because I am not a dancer. And if my agent went, right, we've got an audition for you for 42nd Street, I'd be like, are you high right now? Because obviously you're calling the wrong person.
I sort of don't really agree with that. I think there are different types of auditions. I don't like the idea of like programming your brain to pick up choreography or attend some Zumba classes because it's expensive. You got to spend money to do something that's not your strength.
Yeah, that's not what you do.
I don't really agree with that.
No.
Okay, number 5, drink lots of water long before your audition.
I think that's just good life advice.
Yeah, just drink water.
Drink water.
I heard, this might be wrong, but I heard it takes 20 minutes for the water to like hydrate where it should hydrate.
I heard longer.
Did you?
For vocal cords, I heard.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just generally then.
Yeah. I heard it's like 4 hours.
Wow, geez, that is long.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually says there, it takes a minimum of 20 minutes for any water to reach your vocal cords.
Oh.
And hours for it to truly hydrate you. So
right.
That's probably what you're thinking. Yeah, just drink water, I guess.
Yeah.
I drink loads anyway because I get nervous. And then when I'm nervous, I'm just like...
Yeah.
And I drink loads anyway, so... But yeah, I think that's just a general...
Just a general good thing to do, yeah.
The day of auditions, warm up your voice and speak in a higher resonance. Hello! That's what Pinocchio thought! It's all making sense now! Hello! I read a blog!
I don't know about speaking in a higher resonance, but warming up, definitely. On the day of an audition, the first thing I'll do is like jump in the shower and warm up in the shower.
Yeah, the steam helps.
Yeah.
I think eating as well. I think eating something, especially if it's a long day, because you might be there. I've done auditions before when I've been there for like 6 hours.
Yeah, my Les Mis finals.
Yeah, so you want to take some food or at least eat
before you go. Yeah.
Something. But yeah, warming up is fine.
Yeah.
No. It's hard to do if you're travelling though. I always found this really hard because when I was coming from up north down south to audition, I'd warm up at home, but then it would take me 3 hours to get to London.
Yeah.
And normally, because I was getting up really early, I'd fall asleep on the train down to London and wake up at Euston, London, like oh god.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like I always had this idea that if I was ever like really rich, I would open a room, like a space called like audition rooms, and you would hire out audition rooms like umbrella rooms, but you would also you'd have little rooms where they'd be soundproof, and you could go in and belt your tits off, and you could either book in advance and have a pianist there with you, so they can run your stuff, or like an aux cable. That'd be cheaper, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be like audition room, so you could go, and it'd be in the centre of London. I think that would be really good. Like an on-site sort of pianist, you would imagine, because if you were a pianist at work and you're like, oh, I've got those like gigs today, that you'd be like every like 30 minutes you're in a different room playing someone's audition. Would be really cool. But that's a hard thing with any audition. I'm sure it's the same in New York, like finding space to warm up. It's really hard. Sometimes you just gotta swallow your pride a bit and just sing something in the toilet somewhere. Yeah, it's hard. Okay, number 7 is sell it, sell it, sell it.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Is this about homes? When you're in an audition, don't do anything halfway.
Oh, we're getting into dangerous territory.
They're running out of ideas, I think. You've worked hard, so be bold and give them everything you have. Engage them with your enthusiasm, passion, and vigour. When singing, make sure you're still acting. When dancing, make sure you're staying in character. When giving your monologue, make strong choices.
I feel like that tip is just audition well.
Yeah.
Basically. I don't like this idea of like sell it, like be the biggest person in the room.
Sell it.
Because I feel like that sometimes can work against you more than it can for.
Yeah, I've got this amazing image of when it says like you're in an audition, don't do anything halfway. That's some people who can't do the splits, so like, don't do anything halfway. I go full splits like, I can't feel my testicles.
Can you ever feel your testicles?
I hope so. Funny.
We need to take a short intermission.
Oh god. Yeah, so I think that's just like audition well.
Yeah.
He's laughing.
Yeah, it's funny. And also, I think it also just depends on what the audition is, because if you're going in and you're seen as like a really like solemn, somber scene, and yet the advice you've been given is sell it, sell it, sell it.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes subtlety is your friend.
I think the only thing I'm going to take away from this is like when the person said, when singing, make sure you're still acting.
Yeah.
I think that's something which most people will know and will do.
Yeah.
But I guess to remain, if I'm going to take anything from point 7 is be like present and be still in the moment and still act. Because I'm guessing he said like when you're dancing, be in character, which is a big thing as well. Like
that seems like such an obvious.
It's so basic, but sometimes people might be like, no, I need to get this step right. You know, I think if you're in character, I guess that's what sell it means. Just be in character. Number 8, be prepared to take direction.
Oh god, yeah.
Now this is a hard one. It's harder than it seems, and you should be prepared, and you will always be prepared to take direction. However, it's harder to take direction in an audition like room when there's a lot going on, and your senses are a bit like I'm in an audition room, I'm reading opposite someone I don't know, and there's 20 people on the panel, you know, if this is like a final or something. It's hard to do because you've prepared your own spin on this character, or you've come in with your choices, and it's hard to sort of unlearn things. I think being prepared is the least you can do, and I'm always prepared to take on direction.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask as well. If someone says something to you and you're kind of unsure, ask.
Yeah, say, oh, do you mean
just
this?
clarify.
It's just really hard. I just know that from personal experiences. It's hard sometimes to take direction. I was always prepared to take direction, but looking back, I'm like, it is hard. And
sometimes they throw you a curveball.
Yeah, it is hard, and you're like, okay, and you're so like trying to be compliant. Sometimes you're overly compliant. You don't really understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'll do what you just said, but I forgot what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
And it's a really good one as well, because if you do that and do like change the way you prepared it to the way the director said, try it this way, and you do a really good job of it, that's like such a plus in his mind, because he's like, that's a person who can be molded and is obviously talented enough and aware enough to change their, instincts, and it shows that you're a good actor, I believe. Like, I would say, if I was directing and I said, do it like this, and they just did it off the bat, I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really important, I think. That's actually one of the most, I've put that up quite high on a list. Don't fawn over the director, choreographer, or music director.
Yeah. Like, if you're like a big fan of their work and you go in and like, I just want to say I loved it when you did this and blah, 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 like...
It's that thing...
You do that later, when you got the job.
It's that thing that we talked about a while back, saying being on a level playing field with someone you might admire.
You've got to go in as an equal.
Yeah, you've got to, and try remain equal until the audition ends. Or, like you said, when you've got the job, 6 months in, you're out with press night drinks, whatever, and you're like, can I just say I loved the Addams Family, whatever. And that's probably the time when you know more personally. Yeah, when they see you as an equal as well. Yeah, I think if you just come in and go, you're amazing, they're like, wow, he slipped through the net, you know. Yeah. And it makes it uncomfortable, and you're not there to... You're not there for a meet and greet. And they're not there to be assessed. Yeah. They're there to assess you, if that makes sense. So even though it's all positive, it just puts them in an awkward place. Yeah. And you don't really know, they might have had the worst time, you know, say if they directed, I don't know, Wind in the Willows, for example. And they might have had a terrible time on that job. Yeah. And you're coming in going, Wind in the Willows is amazing. And he's probably thinking, I hate that job. Yeah. So yeah, it's just not professional. And then 10, have fun. I think that's a good one. You won't always get the parts you want, and you may not always get cast. Since this is the case, you have to learn to enjoy the audition process. I think that's a really good one, because I'm always really guilty of stressing out about stuff so much that I just don't enjoy myself. And then I come out of the audition and everyone was so nice and I sang the songs really well, or, you know, I felt like I did a good job, but I didn't have fun because I was just so worried about it. It's hard though, isn't it, to sort of have fun. When you're that nervous. Yeah. Because it means so much. Like, it can mean so much. Yeah. Especially like the further you get down and the closer you get to the finish line, it becomes like, oh my God. It's like winning the lottery in terms of like, you know, when you buy a ticket and you're like, if I win this, I can buy this. Yeah. I can buy a house, I can buy this. And it's the same sort of feeling, that excitement. Yeah. Or nervous energy as you get further in the process. So then the fun sort of goes out the window and you're like, oh my God, this might be real. So much is riding on this now, yeah. But yeah, have fun is a big one, but it's just hard to accomplish. Yeah. That's it really. Yeah. 10 audition tips. I think there's maybe like 8 good ones in there. Yeah, I think the person was running a bit low. I think 5 would have been enough. Yeah. There's plenty more though. Like if you go on any other like... Oh yeah. Like, I thought you meant on that blog. I was like, what do you mean? Like on 10 tips, and there's a lot of YouTubers who do it as well. Yeah. So yeah, there's loads of like tips. Well, that was that. I hope you learned something. We did. Back doing the splits. Right. Goodbye everyone. Thanks for popping by. Be safe out there. Don't worry if you can't feel your testicles. Don't worry if you can't feel your testicles. Because someone else will feel them. No, that's it.